What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's time for another recap Sunday, and it's a good recap. We're gonna recap the Tennessee Auburn game. Finally got us a daggum W. It's been a long time coming, you know. You sit here, you watch this team play week in, week out. They break your heart week in, week out. You got to go to work the next day, face the music, week in, week out. You know, people just talking junk, talking smack, talking trash, around the clock, every year. And for us to finally have a week where we can say, hey, you know what, my team won, you know, and it was against a pretty decent ball club, against a ranked opponent. Guys, go and get ready for this too. Go and get ready for this. People are going to continue to talk bad about Auburn. Okay, they're going to continue to downplay this win. Oh, that was not a good win. The fact of the matter is, we beat an SEC team. We haven't done that in a long time. And, okay, and it's kind of sad that we've come to that. But hey, this is where we're at. Okay, we beat an SEC team, a pretty good SEC team if you ask me. Very talented roster there for Auburn. So you know, don't let anybody take anything away from us for this one. This is a big win, guys. And I'm going to be rooting like crazy for Auburn to win out this year and make that win look that much better for us. But you know, good win, man, good win. Just starting off with what I saw, start the defense. The D-line, I think, played well, held their gaps for the most part, didn't get much, you know, didn't get moved off their spot very much, which is always good to see. I think Alexis Johnson did well. Shy Tuttle was solid. He's been kind of quiet the past couple of weeks. Want to see him kind of flash a little more, get some more TFLs and stuff like that. I thought Bain did good coming off the bench. He seemed like he was in the backfield every play when he was in the game. I mean, he's getting some good push. So like what I'm seeing out of him. Thought we did a good job overall. Kyle Phillips was solid. Just a pretty good day for the D-line, in my opinion. Kind of came out that first drive and they ran right at us, but you know, we were able to adjust and kind of settle into the game and kind of start to hold our own as the game went on and hold those guys to about 120-some yards rushing, which, you know, they haven't rushed for 100 yards for 3 prior games before us, but I think they were coming out in desperation mode. We got their best shot, I think, and we pretty much shut those guys down in the second half. And then you look at our linebackers. I think this is probably their best game as a group, inside and outside. I think our inside backers are really coming along. You're starting to see a lot more popping out of these guys. You know, when guys are running, you're starting to kind of anticipate a big hit because you know that our backers are hunting. They're coming to lay some wood. So that's good to kind of see some physicality out of this group. They did a better job getting off blocks. Still not perfect, of course, but much better job. Want to see more out of them doing that. But I think we have 4 good inside backers. I think all 4 of those guys can play. They're all serviceable. Batulu will be out for the first half against Bama, but I think Sapp or Ignite, whoever is caught to step up, should be able to step in just fine. Not much drop off, if any at all. So that's good to see that. And then our outside backers, Daryl Taylor, Jonathan Kongbo. Kongbo goes out, but he had a pretty good game while he was in. Daryl Taylor's playing solid. Want to see more consistency out of him from a pass rush perspective, especially on big-time third downs. You know, he's a guy that they should just know he's coming. Okay, you just know he's coming. Okay, he should be automatic getting back there. He's a guy that needs to be getting double teamed every time. That's the type of enforcement I want him to have from now on. But he's doing much better in his run fits. There's a few plays when the fullback came to block him, which they have a pretty good fullback in Cox. He's an NFL guy in my opinion. He hit that guy right in the mouth and drove him back a couple of times in that game. So that was good to see. He's doing a much better job of his run fits, so he's improving. Combo went down. Jonathan stepped up and played pretty well. I think his first play in, he gets a TFL on a QB draw, and then he gets a sack, I think, on that same drive on a big third down, maybe even 4. It might have been that 4th down. I think it was that 4th down. He got a big sack. So good to see him play and start to step up. But kind of a little head scratch for me. Jonathan Allen, I think's his name, the JUCO DN we got. He's an outside backer now. Was a pretty big time JUCO recruit, and I heard good things about him. You know, it's all spring and all camp or whatever and all that stuff. But he just hasn't really seen the field at all. So it's got to kind of wonder, you know, what's going on. Why hasn't he seen the field? So I'm sure there's a legitimate reason for it. We just kind of have been wondering, why isn't he going to play? So we definitely expect now that Kongbo's out, we should see more of Allen in the coming weeks, especially if Kongbo's injury is serious, which we kind of cross fingers and hope it's not. Never want to see a serious injury, but you know, it is what it is at this point. And then our secondary, I thought, played decent. Guys were open a little too much for me, but then again, you know, we did a good job covering. We were down a few guys. You know, we knew Trayvon Flowers wasn't going to play, and then Micah Abernathy ended up not playing this week either. And so we were playing Theo Jackson and Schamberger back there at safety. And I think they did a good job holding their own back there. Schamberger's a guy who hasn't really played all season. He's a guy who came in there, played hard. That's one thing about Schamberger you can't question is his effort and his intensity and his passion for the game. He's a guy that sells out every single hit. He's going in head first. He doesn't care if he gets knocked out or not. He's going in there, he's trying to lay a big hit on somebody. And I love that about the guy. Love it about him. We need more guys like that in that team. Got beat in cover 2. You know, he's obviously the deep safety, cover 2, and just let a guy run right past him. I think the ball was overthrown, I believe, so they didn't score on it. But, you know, just something that you don't want to see, a guy just get beat deep on a cover 2, just because he just kind of got lazy or whatever it was. So definitely want to see him improve in his coverage aspect. But he was in good coverage a few times too. Had a good pass breakup over the middle one time and looked good. Marquell Osborne's a guy we saw out there playing some nickel and money and all that stuff. He looked pretty good. Haven't seen him all season, and so I'm glad to see the coaching staff getting some of these guys in here who haven't really played, but we've seen and I thought they could do it, you know. But it's good to finally see them out there playing. Glad to see the coaching staff having some trust in these guys, getting their confidence up, and showing that we do have a little bit of depth on this team, contrary to popular belief. And, you know, Nigel Warrior, he's a guy, man, he's really coming on. I mean, he played phenomenal. You know, a criticism that you guys, if you watch my videos, you know, my criticism of him was he was not playing fast enough. Well, that has changed, okay? He is coming down hills, coming down now, he's shooting like a daggone missile. He's trying to lay that boom, and I love it. Keep playing the way he's playing. He's a true leader back there in that secondary. There was a play, I think, after we got that big punt, to pin him deep, like inside the 5, and Auburn comes out in like a twins formation or something. They end up motioning the trips, and so that rotates our coverage. Bryce Thompson was the backside corner. He didn't quite see what happened, but you can see as the motion's happening, because this is happening in real time. Okay, it's happening quick, so we don't have much time to adjust or to realign, and so it's happening kind of as they're moving, we're moving. And so Nigel's rolling down, and he's jumping up, yelling as he's rolling down to Bryce backside to make sure he understands that the coverage has changed to get him back deep, because he had that deep third now. And just in the nick of time, Bryce happens to hear him, look over, and catch it, and get deep. And then Nigel goes and makes a tackle for like a 2-yard loss in the play, and they try to do a quick screen. He's all over. So just love to see that leadership out of him. Love to see him getting his teammates lined up, getting them ready to play, making sure we're all on the same page. Because a lot of the busted coverages you see are simply because of a lack of communication. It's not that they don't know what to do in the coverage. They just didn't know that formation meant that it was this coverage. Okay, miscommunication. Like my coach used to say when I played, hey, make sure that everyone's on the same page, because you know what? You guys may make the wrong check or whatever, but if everyone's doing the same wrong thing, at least we're all doing the same thing, okay? We can't have half the guys playing cover 2, half the guys playing cover 3, because then we're leaving a daggum wide open third of the field, right? So just things like that, got to work on. And I think Nigel's doing a great job being a leader, especially with Abernathy being out. And then switching over to the offense. This is really a big one for me, man. The offense looked much better. You know, it was amazing to see, guys. I mean, you guys been watching the channel. You know what I've been preaching all season. Throw the ball down the field. Haven't I been preaching it? And by Dallas, we come out, we finally throw it down the field, and man, would you believe what happened? I mean, we're scoring points, we're moving the ball, guys are catching passes. All of a sudden, the O-line's protecting better. I mean, just everything works when you throw it down the field, okay? Throw it down the field. Keep doing it, okay? We threw it deep to Jawan Jennings. And wouldn't you know, he caught it for a touchdown. Guys, like, it's so good to see. It's so good to finally see it. I don't know what took them so long to finally want to do it, but they're finally doing it, and if they can continue to do it, I think we'll be able to score points on most anybody, because it's tough to stop. We have a lot of big body receivers, and a lot of them can go up and high point the ball. I've been saying it all season. So let's force it to them. Once we get Dominic Anderson up to speed, and we add that tight end element, then really gonna be tough to stop them guys, okay? But it was great to see. Guaranton looked good back there in the pocket. O-line protected well. Our O-line, my gosh, I tip my hat to them. They ain't doing a great job of run blocking just yet. But they're pass blocking. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's perfect. But if you look at where we started against West Virginia, even against UTEP and East Tennessee and all those guys, if you look at those games, the way we blocked, guys, like we were blocking the wrong person so much. We're leaving guys wide open. Like now, the D-line might try to do some stunts on us. We're passing it off so seamlessly. Like it's so smooth and fluid. We're all one unit now. I mean, we're much, much better. Even we're like 2 or 3 guys deep. Nahias was starting to right guard for us. Where'd he come from? Chance Hall finally got some reps. These guys step right in, and it's such a fluid, cohesive unit right now. I mean, they're looking very good from a pass blocking perspective. Want to see them get more physical in the run game, okay? But even the run game is better, because if you think back to the beginning of the season, literally every other run we were getting tackled for a 2-3 yard loss. Now we may not be getting 5-6 yards of pop, but or at least getting back to the line of scrimmage before we're getting hit. Okay, we're not getting hit as soon as we get the ball. So that's improvement for us, and that allows us to be more balanced, because a run isn't like a negative play. Okay, we're gonna get a yard or 2 at least, which is decent. You know, it's better than losing 2 or 3 and being a 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13. So that's able to keep us more balanced. We're able to kind of run more Ty Helton's offense, and we're finally starting to see his vision kind of come to fruition of what he promised us in the preseason. We're going to be a run-first team. It's going to take shots down the field, and that's what we saw Saturday against Auburn. We stuck with the run. We ran it over 30 times, only averaged like 2 or 3 yards a carry, but we stuck with it, and that opened up the pass. It opened us up to be able to do more things. And then the pass, us passing down the field, helped us kind of pop a few little runs there, here and there. And so it was good to see that. The offense is finally clicking. The O-line's looking good. Receivers are catching. It was good to see Murphy. I talked about him in one of my videos. Where's he been? He came in. He had a catch that wasn't a catch early in the game. Would have been a great catch. Didn't quite catch it. And he had another pretty nice catch later in the game. He's a guy that can play. Let's get him more involved too, because he can play. And so I think we just have a nice stable of receivers. Keep forcing it to those guys. Spread the ball around. I think 9 different receivers caught passes on Saturday. Love to see that. Garantano, of course, had a career day. Like 228 yards, 20 of 29. I think 3 TDs. I mean, big time game for him. Love to see that for him, and he's earned it. And hopefully this really gets us going when we really start to play this way every single week. We can really win some games if this is our new philosophy, the way that we play the game. And I've been begging for it all season, and I saw this, so I want to see. The way we use Ty Chandler is a thing of beauty, okay? He's a guy, he's a matchup problem. He's fast, okay, and he's a running back. So what's that mean? A lot of times backers are going to be covering him. Backers usually ain't going to be the fastest guys in the world. Okay, so he's a matchup problem. Okay, I love us motioning him out of the backfield, getting him wide. The backer motions out with him. We're sending him on a daggum go route. He's running right past it. We're throwing it up. Love it. I love having him in the backfield, in the gun, and sending him on a daggum go right up the middle of the field. People don't run that enough. Okay, people do not run that play enough. It's pretty much always going to be open. We ran it, sport touchdown. I mean, I love what I'm seeing. Love what I'm seeing out of Ty Helton. Keep using Ty Chandler that way, and he's gonna be a force. He's gonna be a problem. He's gonna be an NFL, a top 3 round NFL guy if he can continue to produce like that. And keep using him in that way. But Tim Jordan still don't want to see much of him, or like to see Marjorie London or Jeremy Banks more than him, which is probably my only quarrel that I will say about the offense. Other than the O-line needs to run block a little better. Why we keep trying to give it to Tim Jordan? Stop giving it to him. He's showing he can't get it done. All the plays that he gained yards on were plays that were wide open anyway. Okay, if anybody else was in there, it might have been a touchdown. So let's get him out of there, please. He's the next thing. Once we see him get out of there, you're really going to see this offense open up a lot more. But I will tell you something that I was thrilled to see. I don't know if he was hurt or what, but Austin Pope, I don't think he got a single snap on offense. Okay, that's 81. Been playing fullback for us. I don't think he got a single snap. Okay, it was Bumpus and some guy number 86. I ain't never heard of him. And hey, they looked a lot better. The offense looked a lot better. Pope being out may have something to do with it. So not having him in was huge. I think this staff is really starting to get it. They're really starting to figure it out. We're going to continue to improve. We can keep on building off of these small victories like that. But you know, overall, man, good win for us. Like I said, that's a talented Auburn team that we played, that we beat. People are going to try to diminish that win, and you know, only time will tell really how bad Auburn is. But I mean, I think that they can win some games, and you know, that's a good win. Like they're not the worst team in the world. Like, they're better than a lot of teams. They really are. And we went out there and beat them, so that's a good win for us. It's showing that we're improving, and that this coaching staff is doing some good things for us. But yeah, man, that's my take on it, man. Huge win for us. So proud of this team. So proud of where we've come and where we're at now. And I just want to see us continue to improve. We've got a big one this week against Alabama. I'm going to go watch some more film on that game and see if there's any possible way we can attack these guys to have any chance to win this game. So you know, I'm gonna get that video out for you guys. We're at the midway point in the season. I'm gonna make a video also about the coaching staff and kind of a progress report for where we're at midway through the season. Is this staff getting us going in the right direction? You know, or should we move on? Maybe half the staff is good. Maybe only these 2 position coaches should be fired. Whatever it is, give you guys my report on that, kind of how I feel about this staff moving forward. But as always, man, thanks for watching. Go Vols, baby! We finally got a win, a decent win. And if you're new to the channel, thumbs up. Please subscribe and stay tuned for the next video.